For 25 glorious years, Business Today Golf has defined the legacy of corporate golfing, where CXOs and champions come together to compete, connect, and celebrate excellence. And legends from sports and business alike have walked these fairways.
Corporate golf is very good, which I feel very happy.
All the best to BT because they've done a great job.
Enjoy the BT golf. It's more of fun, more of enjoyment.
And it's always nice to come to a golf course, you meet so many different people.
As we celebrate over 25 years of legacy, we tee off for a new chapter on November 29th in Hyderabad.
Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is your favorite show, Daily Calls, a show that answers all your stock-related queries on the very program. Top market experts guide you on your stock portfolio and help you identify the right set of stocks that you must have in your portfolio as well. Now, in case you're here for the first time, you can WhatsApp me your questions. The number is flashing on your screens. Don't forget to mention your own name, your location, and your contact details. We can give you an opportunity to speak live to our top guests also on the program. Now, what you can also do is, in case you're watching our show on our YouTube channel Business Today, go to Daily Calls Live, use the comment section there and send me your queries. I'll be happy to address that with our top guests also on the program as well. In fact, we have one of our favorites, Akshay Bhagwat, joining in on the show right now to help us understand what is the flavor of the markets and of course to decode your queries as well. A warm welcome to you, Akshay. Good to have you with us on the very program. First up, help me understand what's your take on the markets right now. Today seems to be a rather good day after 2 days of volatility, choppiness and weakness in the sentiment that we saw. We're up by 250 odd points on the Nifty, back again above 26,100 odd mark. Your sense currently, are you seeing strength return to the street?
Good afternoon, Sakshi, and to all the viewers. Well, it's a very strong start to the December series, which kicks off today. And if you look at the kind of momentum with which the Nifty has seen, or the Nifty 50 stocks have seen, it is promising that the markets are again on the way to getting past or breaching the all-time high levels of 26,250, which has acted as some kind of a short-term resilience for the market. My thought is 25,800 is an important support as we head into the December month. And going by the data points in the futures and options series, I believe that a possible breakout is in the making, post which we should be ready for possible targets for 26,450 to 26,500 in the month of December.
Okay, fair point. We are nearing the 26,150 odd mark now, up by 263 points. Let's keep an eye out on how the markets really pan out. But actually, we also have a lot of queries coming in. So we'll first take some questions and we'll come back to where exactly should the opportunities be looked forward to. Rishu has asked the first question on our WhatsApp. He says, I want to know about Patel Engineering. From my own purchase price, this is down by 40 to 45%. What should I do? Should I accumulate more at this stage as well?
See, Patel Engineering, if I were to look at the trend of the stock, it is negative. So overall accumulation case does not hold good or bode well looking at the technical setup. My thought is we should be looking for the best exit looking at the weak technical setup. So right now, I think if you do get the levels possibly around 40, those are good exit levels. Keep a stop loss as a precaution at 27. And look for exits near 40. That is the recommendation for Patel Engineering.
Fair point. Okay, let's take the next question. This one is from one of our viewers, Ajay from Bikaner. He says, respected Sovereign ma'am. Hi, Mr. Ajay, how are you? Good to hear from you. He says, I'm holding 500 shares of Ambuja Cements at 580. I also have Tata Tech shares in my portfolio at 700. Please guide me what to do. Now, Tata Tech, of course, is a story which has been a disappointing one for a lot of investors. Let's try and find out what happens there. Ambuja, you bought at 580 and it's now at around 550. Let's try and find out whether you can continue to hold on to this one as well. Any suggestion on both these stocks? Both are slightly down than his own purchase level.
Technically Ambuja Cements is in a neutral setup. If you were to look at from the next 2 to 3 months of trading perspective, The levels which I foresee on the chart is the support of 520, which is a massive or a key technical support, and the view on a broader level would continue to be positive till the stock trades above 520. And the resistance works around 600. So broadly, 520 to 600 is where the expectation is for the stock to trade. My suggestion is that if you are keen on cement stocks, it would be better if you are open to shifting to a Grasim or an Ultrasamco or Ambuja Cement, which has a better technical price structure. Moving on to the next stock, which is Tata Techno. Here, clearly the technical trend is weak. It has been a non-performer in terms of price action, and the recent support at 650, which is under formation, is not still promising or conclusive enough that a bottom is in place. So my suggestion is either work with a strict stop loss of 625 on your trade, or if you're open to an exit, still consider it an exit, because till now the data points still suggest that the negative trend would continue in this stock.
Okay, let me also take another question. This one is from Satya. He says, I want to know, Akshay sir, is it the right time to add HG Infra and JSW Infra at the current levels? What should you advise on both these stocks?
See, HG Infra, yes, technically it is pretty much oversold, and there is a good case building up in terms of the price volume action, where possibly the supports of 860 to 875, where the stock currently trades, can be lucrative for a trading bounce back. So at this point, accumulation case does exist. With a stop loss of 775, you can consider buying HG Infra at the current rates. For JSW Infra, which is the other stock you mentioned, I think again in this here, I would say it's more of a neutral setup, and considering the broader technical move in the stock, it is better to avoid this as of now, because 240 is the lower end, and in case going ahead in the next couple of months, you get these levels of 240, then you can consider buying JSW Infra.
Okay, let's take the next question. This one is from one of our viewers, Mohit from Ludhiana. He says, I've got 200 shares of HDFC Life in my portfolio at 599. I can hold it for the next 2 years. What would your advice be on this life insurance company?
Absolutely, it's a very strong positive setup on technical charts. It does make a lot of sense to continue holding this from a long-term perspective. Levels which you need to keep in mind on a technical price front is the level of 700, which is a very key level. Till it holds these levels from a positional perspective, you can possibly anticipate targets till around 875 to 900.
Okay, got that. Let me also look at another question coming in from our YouTube. Anuj Singh says, good afternoon to everybody. Good afternoon to you also, Mr. Singh. Canara Bank के शेयर्स इनके पास 114 के रेट पर 500 शेयर्स खरीदे हैं. अगले 1 साल तक का आपसे टारगेट जानना चाहते हैं कैनरा बैंक पर.
जी, कैनरा बैंक पीएसयू बैंक में वो स्टॉक है जिसमें हमने काफी अच्छी तेजी देखी है. गए मेरे हिसाब से 3 महीने में एक तरफा तेजी करीबन 100 रुपए से 150 तक देखा है. बट टेक्निकली ये स्तर जो अभी चल रहा है वो एक थोड़ा सा कॉशन एरिया है, क्योंकि ये जो लेवल्स ऑल टाइम हाई के हैं करीबन 150 160, ये हमने 2010 में देखे थे, जिसके बाद स्टॉक में काफी भारी गिरावट हमने देखी थी. तो ये स्टॉक थोड़ा सा प्रॉफिट बुकिंग का टेम्परेरी शिकार हो सकता है शॉर्ट टर्म विजन से. तो मेरी सलाह रहेगी कि अगर आपने अच्छे लेवल पे बाय किया, एक बार थोड़ा सा 150 160 में मुनाफा मान ले, और री एंट्री आप के मौके ढूंढे 130 के आसपास 1 साल के टाइम होराइजन से, जिसके चलते आप ओवरऑल 200 तक एक टारगेट की उम्मीद लेके चल सकते हैं.
ओके, गॉट दैट. आगे बढ़ते हैं और नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन की तरफ. ये हमारे पास क्वेश्चन आया तेजपाल भाटिया का. बजाज हाउसिंग के ऊपर आपसे पूछना चाहते हैं, लॉन्ग टर्म व्यू क्या होगा बजाज फाइनेंस का, और एक कंप्लीटली डिफरेंट सेक्टर एफएमसीजी सेक्टर से मिसेस बेक्टर्स फूड्स के ऊपर भी आपसे जानना चाहते हैं कि इस पर भी लॉन्ग टर्म आउटलुक क्या होगा. तो 2 अलग अलग क्षेत्रों से इन्होंने स्टॉक्स चुने हैं. बजाज फाइनेंस आज 2.5% ऊपर है, तेजी है, 1000 के ऊपर आ चुका है, और अगर आप देखें वॉल्यूम्स भी काफ़ी स्ट्रॉन्ग देखने को मिल रही हैं. बाजार में भी जैसे तेजी है उसमें साफ तौर पर रिफ्लेक्ट हो रही है. और दूसरा है मिसेस बेक्टर्स फूड.
तो बजाज फाइनेंस की बात करें तो टेक्निकली ट्रेंड काफी स्ट्रांग है और हालांकि इस महीने में ज्यादा कुछ स्टॉक में अपसाइड मोमेंटम हमने नहीं देखा है, बट जो ओवरऑल ब्रॉडर टेक्निकल पिक्चर है और आप लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टर है तो अभी भी मैं कहूंगा कि आपको इस स्टॉक में बने रहना है। टेक्निकल लेवल्स जो इंपॉर्टेंट रहेंगे आने वाले दिनों में वो रहेगा सपोर्ट ऑफ 900 और मेरे हिसाब से पॉजिटिव व्यू के चलते एक रफ एस्टिमेट फिलहाल 1150 से 1200 का टारगेट का प्रोजेक्शन बन रहा है, तो होल्ड की सलाह रहेगी।
हाउसिंग का भी एक दे दीजिए, इन्होंने शायद हाउसिंग पूछा है जो 105 पर अभी चल रहा है। बजाज फाइनेंस हमने गलत दिखाया है, बजाज हाउसिंग फाइनेंस की बात हो रही है।
जी देखिए, बजाज हाउसिंग फाइनेंस एक नॉन परफॉर्मर रहा है इन टर्म्स ऑफ प्राइस एक्शन और एक नेगेटिव ट्रेंड क्लियर कट दिख पा रहा है इस स्टॉक में। एक इंपॉर्टेंट टेक्निकल सपोर्ट के आसपास आ रहा है जो है 100 से 103 का। तो ये सपोर्ट होल्ड करेगा कि नहीं ये क्वेश्चन मार्क होगा, पर मेरी सलाह रहेगी कि आपको स्ट्रिक्ट स्टॉप लॉस लेके फॉलो करना है क्योंकि टेक्निकल ट्रेंड इस स्टॉक का नेगेटिव है। तो 99 का स्ट्रिक्ट स्टॉप लॉस फॉलो करें और कोई भी हल्की सी उछाल 110 115 के आसपास आने वाले दिनों में आपको मिले, वहां पे आप एग्जिट के लिए मौके खोजें।
ओके जो नेक्स्ट है मिसेस बेक्टर्स फूड्स, इस पर आपकी क्या राय रहेगी? ये कैसा लगता है आपको शेयर लॉन्ग टर्म के लिहाज से?
जी, तो बेक्टर फूड्स एंड स्पेशलिटीज में लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए स्टॉक अभी भी तेज है। हालांकि गए कुछ महीनों में स्टॉक एक अंडर परफॉर्मर रहा है, स्टॉक में कंटिन्यूस सेलिंग का दबाव रहा है। 1500 का एक रेजिस्टेंस टेक्निकल चार्ट्स पे प्रेटी एविडेंट है, पर कहीं ना कहीं मुझे लग रहा है कि यहां से आगे आने वाले दिनों में डाउनसाइड लेवल शायद इस स्टॉक में कैप हो सकता है 1100। ये एक पॉसिबल डाउनसाइड या सपोर्ट बेस आने वाले दिनों में दिख सकता है। तो अभी भी कोई कॉन्क्रीट एविडेंस नहीं है कि सपोर्ट बन चुका है, बट कहीं ना कहीं मेरा मानना है कि 1100 के नीचे स्टॉक चलना नहीं चाहिए। तो आप होल्ड करें या एवरेज करने के लिए भी आप ओपन रहे और अगर रिकवरी मिलेगी आपको तो लॉन्गर टर्म से अभी भी स्टॉक में होल्ड की राय बनेगी बेक्टर फूड्स में।
ठीक है, आगे बढ़ते हैं। मौमिता का सवाल लेते हैं। व्हाट्सएप के जरिए हमें कोलकाता से मैसेज भेजा है इन्होंने। लिखती हैं, हाय साक्षी एंड हेलो अक्षय सर, आई वांट टू नो फ्रॉम यू, आई हैव एंटनी वेस्ट इन माय पोर्टफोलियो एट द रेट ऑफ 585 सिंस लास्ट 1 ईयर, विल दिस टर्न प्रॉफिटेबल इन द कमिंग न्यू ईयर?
See, honestly, the technical structure is not that great. We have seen the stock going all the way till 840, and this happened in just a month's time. That was somewhere way back in July 2024, a year back. And after that, completely the momentum has faded out. So technically, the picture is not that great if you are an investor or looking from a long-term horizon. So the suggestion is to take an exit in this stock and move over to some other script which holds good promise.
Okay, let's take the next question and this one is from one of our viewers again. ये क्वेश्चन आया है तेजा का नेल्लोर से। लिखते हैं, कैन आई इन्वेस्ट 2 लाख रुपीज इन लॉरस लैब्स फॉर द नेक्स्ट 6 मंथ्स, काइंडली प्लीज गाइड मी ऑन द सेम। तो एक लमसम अमाउंट इन्वेस्ट करना चाह रहे हैं लॉरस लैब्स में एट द करंट स्टेज 6 महीने के नजरिए के साथ, क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
सी टेक्निकल ट्रेंड काफी मजबूत है लॉरस लैब का। एक ही दिक्कत है कि ऑल टाइम हाई पे चल रहा है, टेक्निकली स्टॉक थोड़ा सा ओवर स्ट्रेच्ड है, जिसके चलते स्टॉक में थोड़ा सा एक साइडवेज या टाइम करेक्शन जिसे हम कहते हैं, अगर वो फेज आ जाए तो हल्का सा डिप आपको आने वाले दिनों में मिल सकता है। तो आपका जो इन्वेस्टमेंट आपको जो भी करना है, अमाउंट आपने जो पूंजी फिक्स करी है उसको आप एक ही ट्रांच में पूरा एक ही लेवल पे ना बाय करें, उसको आप थोड़ा सा स्प्रेड कर सकते हैं। 1000 से लेके 900 इस रेंज में आप अपनी बाइंग को आप स्प्रेड कर सकते हैं ताकि आपको एवरेजिंग से एक बेस्ट रेट मिल जाए। कुल मिला के टेक्निकल ट्रेंड अच्छा है और 800 का टेक्निकल सपोर्ट है और लॉन्गर टर्म में मैं उम्मीद कर रहा हूं कि स्टॉक 1100 प्लस चल सकता है।
ओके अक्षय, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन गुल का है केरला से। ये आपसे 2 सवाल पूछना चाह रही हैं। पहला है एफडीसी लिमिटेड और दूसरा है ल्यूपिन। दोनों को ये अगले 1 से 2 साल तक के लिए होल्ड करना चाहती हैं और पूछ रही हैं कि कहां पर यहां फ्रेश एंट्री की सलाह बनती है, एफडीसी लिमिटेड और ल्यूपिन।
देखिए, एफडीसी लिमिटेड में एक शॉर्ट टर्म नेगेटिव टेक्निकल ट्रेंड के चलते मैं फिलहाल इसे अवॉइड की राय रखना चाहूंगा। तो अभी तक कोई ठोस सबूत नहीं है कि इसको आप बाय करें करंट रेट पे। हालांकि लुपिन में मेरी एडवाइस रहेगी कि इस स्टॉक को आप ट्रैक कर सकते हैं, बाइंग के रडार में रख सकते हैं। यहाँ पे एक प्रोबेबिलिटी बहुत अच्छी बन पा रही है कि एक स्टॉक ने 1900 का एक स्ट्रॉन्ग सपोर्ट रजिस्टर कर दिया है, और जिस तरीके का धीरे धीरे ये स्टॉक में मोमेंटम और प्राइस वॉल्यूम एक्शन देखने को मिल रहा है, उसके चलते स्टॉक में 2400 पार करने की क्षमता रखता है। तो लुपिन ये मेरा पिक रहेगा अगर आपको दोनों स्टॉक में चुनाव करना है तो।
पास आया है और ये है शुभम यादव का, पुणे से हैं ये और आपसे पूछना चाह रहे हैं 500 शेयर्स हैं श्रीराम फाइनेंस के, 200 के भाव पर लिया है। ही इज सेइंग दैट ही लुक्स टू सेल हाफ ऑफ देम and in fact wants to reinvest that money in buying GMR airports infra. Will that be a good idea? तो इस फाइनेंस से ये एयरपोर्ट इंफ्रा स्टॉक्स में निवेश करना चाह रहे हैं। श्रीराम फाइनेंस में से आधा जो प्रॉफिट है वो निकाल के GMR एयरपोर्ट इंफ्रा में, क्या सलाह होगी?
Absolutely, it's a very apt investment way you are approaching the markets. I think the stock which we speak of right now is Shriram Finance, which is has a very strong one-way rally till now. It is a bit overbought, overstretched on technical charts, so there is a good chance that somewhere from 850 to 880 levels there can be some minor profit booking in the coming days. So absolutely you can shift to GMR Airports Infra for 50% of the profit amount which you plan to invest, because technically the stock is very strong. It has breached its prior swing high of 100, which is another positive factor, puts it on a strong momentum front, and possibly if you were to predict targets on this, 145, 150 can be the long term estimated projections for GMR Airports.
Okay, got that. Let's take the next question. This one is from one of our viewers and this is from Mirza Yamin. ये रियाद से हैं और आपसे जानना चाहते हैं MMTC के शेयर्स के बारे में। 2000 शेयर्स होल्ड करते हैं ये MMTC के 49 के भाव पर। एक और भी शेयर है इनका, वो है एफकॉन इंफ्रा और यहाँ 200 शेयर्स हैं 460 के भाव पर। दोनों में आपसे लॉन्ग टर्म व्यू जानना चाहते हैं। MMTC 61 पर चल रहा है, प्रॉफिट में है, 2000 शेयर्स हैं इनके पास। एफकॉन इंफ्रा 460 पर खरीदा हुआ है, यहाँ पर थोड़ा प्राइस नीचे आ चुका है इनकी खरीद से।
देखिए मेरे हिसाब से सबसे पहले अगर बात करें आप जो पहला स्टॉक आपने कहा MMTC का, उसमें मेरे हिसाब से एक न्यूट्रल टेक्निकल सेटअप है। प्राइस वॉल्यूम एक्शन से कोई बहुत बड़ी तेजी की उम्मीद शॉर्ट या मीडियम टर्म में बनता हुआ नहीं दिख पा रहा है। थोड़ी सी नरमी शॉर्ट टर्म में शायद बन सकती है, जहां जिसके चलते स्टॉक वापस 50 का लेवल छू सकता है। तो मेरी सलाह रहेगी कि आप एक बार मुनाफा बांध ले MMTC में। और एफकॉन जो दूसरा स्टॉक एफकॉन इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर जिसके बारे में आपने राय ली है, तो ये स्टॉक भी एक नेगेटिव ट्रेंड में है। हालांकि एक हल्का सा सपोर्ट जोन है 390 का, जिसको बार बार स्टॉक रिस्पेक्ट करके एक उछालने की ट्रेंड रखता है। तो इस बार भी हमने एक हल्का सा उछाल 390 से देखा है, बट नेगेटिव ट्रेंड होने के चलते मेरी राय रहेगी कि आप 410 420 के आसपास एक बार इस स्टॉक में एग्जिट ले लें।
Okay, let's take the next question. This one is from one of our viewers, Ankur Modi. He says, hi Sakshi, I want to know about Anant Raj and on NCC. Since many orders are coming in, is this a good space to invest in for long term? Anant Raj, real estate, data centers का एक play, और NCC जहाँ पर हाल फिलहाल में काफ़ी एक volatility नज़र आई है शेयर प्राइस में।
जी NCC लिमिटेड की बात करें तो टेक्निकल ट्रेंड नेगेटिव है। बस एक ही सिल्वर लाइनिंग आपको दिखेगी कि स्टॉक काफी पिटे होने के चलते एक हल्का सा ट्रेडिंग रिकवरी आपको सपोर्ट जोन से दे सकता है, जो है करीबन 170 से 175, जहां पे स्टॉक ट्रेड कर रहा है। अब इस स्टॉक में आपको बेस्ट रेट पे एग्जिट के लिए मौके ढूंढने हैं, तो फिलहाल आपको 165 ये एक स्ट्रिक्ट स्टॉप लॉस लगा के इस ट्रेड को होल्ड करना है। और अगर हल्का सा उछाल आने वाले दिनों में 190 के आसपास आपको दिखे तो एनसीसी में आपको एग्जिट लेना है। दूसरा है अनंत राज। तो अनंतराज का अगर मैं प्राइस स्ट्रक्चर देखूं तो यहाँ पे एक हल्का सा नेगेटिविटी जरूर है शॉर्ट टर्म में, बट लॉन्गर टर्म का जो सपोर्ट जोन है अभी तक स्टॉक होल्ड करके चल रहा है, जो करीबन है 520 और 525 का एरिया। तो बहुत बड़ी तेजी की तो शॉर्ट टर्म में उम्मीद नहीं दिख पा रही है क्योंकि मोमेंटम स्टॉक में नहीं दिख पा रहा है, बट कोई बहुत बड़ी नेगेटिविटी भी ना होने के चलते होल्ड की राय रखूंगा मैं, पर स्टॉप लॉस रखना बहुत जरूरी है और वो स्टॉप लॉस जो आपका बनेगा वो रहेगा 515 का।
Okay. Let me take another question, and this one is also from one of our viewers again who's joining on our WhatsApp. We have a lot of queries that are coming in. Kamal Rawat from Delhi. He says, sir, HDB Financial Services आपको कैसा लग रहा है अभी? मेरे पास 740 के भाव पर 40 शेयर हैं. शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए कैसे मैं इसको देख सकता हूँ?
देखिए, एचडीबी फाइनेंशियल सर्विसेज में टेक्निकली एक पॉजिटिव मोमेंटम है क्योंकि जो प्राइस पैटर्न हम स्टडी करते हैं उसमें एक इनवर्स हेड एंड शोल्डर का ब्रेकआउट हमने मंथली चार्ट्स पे देखा है, जिसका मतलब है कि स्टॉक में एक पॉजिटिव शॉर्ट टर्म आउटलुक बनता हुआ दिख सकता है। ये ब्रेकआउट हमने देखा है 745 के लेवल पे, तो 745 भी आपका सपोर्ट बनेगा और एक पॉसिबल टारगेट एस्टिमेट बनता हुआ दिख रहा है 780 टू 790 का, और ये टारगेट्स आपके बनते हुए दिखेंगे 2 से 3 महीने के अवधि में। तो होल्ड करें एचडीबी फाइनेंशियल्स, पॉजिटिव व्यू रहेगा शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए।
Okay. Let's take another question. This one is again from one of our viewers, James Matthew. ये लिखते हैं कि सर NTPC ग्रीन को क्या लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए करंट लेवल्स पर अक्यूमुलेट करना सही रहेगा?
जी, ये जो रेन्यूएबल एनर्जी का थीम है, मेरे हिसाब से बहुत ही एक नया थीम जरूर है, बट कहीं ना कहीं प्राइस वॉल्यूम एक्शन इस सेक्टर में आप देखें तो कुछ पिकअप होते हुए नहीं दिख पा रहे। तो क्लियरली जो इंटरेस्ट है मार्केट का इन क्षेत्रों में, हालांकि न्यूज में हम पढ़ते हैं पर अभी तक वो वाली तेजी हम स्टॉक्स में नहीं देख पा रहे। क्लियरली एनटीपीसी ग्रीन का एक नेगेटिव ट्रेंड चल रहा है, वॉल्यूम्स भी काफी डल है और आने वाले दिनों में भी शायद स्टॉक 84 83 की तरफ जाता हुआ दिखे। तो बाय ना करे और अगर आपके पास है तो एग्जिट करे, ये राय रहेगी टेक्निकल चार्ट्स पे एनटीपीसी ग्रीन पे।
ओके, लेट्स टेक द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। और ये हमारे पास जो सवाल आया है, ये एक और हमारे दर्शक हैं व्हाट्सएप के ज़रिए ही, और जो लिखते हैं व्यू है इनका शिव कुमार केएस है बैंगलोर से, बीईएल के ऊपर जानना चाह रहे हैं आपसे अगले 2 से 3 साल के लिए अक्षय क्या राय रहेगी?
जी देखिए, डिफेंस काउंटर है बीईएल, और बीईएल ऐसा स्टॉक है जो अगर उसका ट्रेडिंग पैटर्न देखे तो काफी समय एक रेंज के दायरे में रहता है सीमित स्टॉक, और जब भी चलता है काफी स्ट्रांग मोमेंटम के साथ चलता है। तो लॉन्गर टर्म का आपका नजरिया है, लॉन्गर टर्म में बिल्कुल आपको होल्ड करके चलना है, पॉजिटिव आउटलुक रहेगा, पर डिफेंस शेयर के चार्ट पैटर्न्स को देख के कम से कम आपको मिनिमम 2 से 3 साल का इन्वेस्टमेंट होराइजन इस शेयर में आपको देना पड़ेगा, तब जाके आपको आपके टारगेटेड रिटर्न्स बनते हुए दिखेंगे।
All right, Akshay. With that, we will wrap up the question and answer space with you over here. Thank you so much for being a part of this Daily Calls edition. We always appreciate your presence with us and all your guidance to all our viewers. Thank you so much for your time. All right, viewers, we'll get into the second segment of Daily Calls, and we have another favorite joining in now. Mr. Rudra Murthy, the research head at Vachana Investments, is now joining in. Hi, Rudra. Warm welcome. Good afternoon to you. First up, I'll take your sense on the market. Of course, last couple of weeks have panned out with a lot of volatility and some selling pressure at higher levels. Today, again, the attempt is seeing that we are moving beyond 26,150. Will we sustain this move? Remember, today is the first day of the December series, the last month of 2025. Will we finally see the Santa Claus rally this time?
Sakshi, every time I come back to your program, you will see that the market making that move towards that all-time high, and
Yes.
Good that these vibes are positive, and it has been more a coincidence than a specific choice. But what I can tell you is, look at fundamental factors like the Russia-Ukraine things deal getting closed very soon as per Trump tweet, and also look at fundamentally this time result season has been far better than last quarter. look at even the business updates, look at the macroeconomic factors, rate cut expected both by US as well as by RBI on December 5th, and all these things are telling me very clear that yes, this month we should hit all-time high, and I won't be surprised if we complete that as soon as this week itself. Now, in fact, if you see Nifty on a closing basis, already we have hit an all-time high last week. But if you take that intraday level, yes, we have to go to that level closer to 26,277 or close to that 26,300, and we are about 150 points away from that zone, and it's a matter of just time we will hit there. Bank Nifty is already at all-time high. Markets are very, very sector specific and stock specific. Number one, you have to understand, even though we are at all-time highs on Bank Nifty and we are very close to all-time highs in terms of Nifty, broader market is definitely not participating. Lot of people's portfolio are nowhere close to all-time high, and people are definitely worried looking at Nifty, Bank Nifty. You are saying markets are at all-time high, but if you see portfolio wise, they are yet to make their portfolios go to all-time high. And if you also see, especially mid cap and small cap, yes, they are nowhere close to that all-time high figures, and still there is a lot of space and work has to be done there. So I will be very sector specific and stock specific in market. If you are an index trader, definitely go long, and I feel based on the move in market today, this up move will sustain. I am underlining the word sustain, and if we see any close today on Nifty spot above 26,150, that will be very positive, and FIIs even now are short to the extent of 85%, and that short covering itself will take the market up by another 1,000 points on Nifty, and Bank Nifty should go towards that levels closer to 61,000 by then. So I am very positive both on Nifty and Bank Nifty, and you have to be very sector specific and stock specific. More short covering will come from FII. Both macro, micro, both US market and Indian market are looking now positive, and if rate cut comes, which is very likely both in India and in US, this market will just not go to all-time high. You will see another 1,000-point rally on short covering by FII. So I am super bullish on market, but when it comes to sectors and stocks, you have to be very specific and choosy.
Okay, we have a lot of questions coming in, Rudra, so we'll start taking some of those questions very, very quickly. We have our first question for you from Karthik. He says, I enjoy watching your show daily. Thank you so much, Karthik. He says, it's truly insightful, and I want to know about Nucleus Software. I hold 200 shares at 1435. I want to know, can I average right now, or should I look at booking my losses? So he's sitting on losses, that's for sure. 200 shares bought at 1435. Anywhere, any suggestion of how to recover that loss?
See, Nucleus Software is definitely very, very weak, and it is just making lower top, lower bottom formation. So if you want to hold on to the stock, 850 rupees will be your last stop loss with which you can hold on. But given an option or a choice, number one, I will not buy fresh Nucleus Software. Number two, you can switch to better sectors and specific stocks if you are ready to do that. If not, hold on with a stop loss of 850. No averaging at current market price, no fresh buying at all in this stock. Better to exit and move to good stocks and sectors.
Okay, let's take the next one. This one is from Ashwin from Bangalore. Ashwin says, I have a query on Elecon Engineering and on Himadri Specialty Chemical. Both these shares are at 665 levels in my portfolio. Would like to know whether I can hold or should I exit?
Elecon, definitely it has broken all the strong supports which it had, and it is just moving one way down. 525 was a very strong support which it has already broken down and trading decisively below that. So the next support for this stock only comes closer to 385. So definitely an exit on Elecon. What is the other stock, Sakshi?
This one is Himadri Specialty Chemicals, and that also is bought at 665.
Okay, so when it comes to Himadri, yes, I will only suggest him. You can keep a stop loss of around 400 and hold on to it. But even then, I will tell you, yes, even this stock is very weak on chart. So if you want to hold on to Himadri Specialty, you can with a stop loss of 400 or better exit even at current market price. But Elecon is a clear exit at current level.
Okay, next is from Ramakrishna. He says, good afternoon, I have a query on Seagal. I got this share at 363. I have 300 shares I'm sitting on a 34% loss. I want to know whether I should average at the current levels to recover my losses, or should I switch to any other share at this point in time. Let me just pull up the stock price right now. It's at 239. Last 1 month it slipped by about 5%, and year to date about 30 odd percent. So therefore it's actually come off his own purchase price of 363. Any suggestion?
Clear exit, Sakshi. Again, today we are getting all viewers stuck in some of the mid and small cap counters which are not doing good. That's the reason even at my initial comment I clearly told that yes, market is at all-time high, but if you see people's portfolio, they are nowhere closer to that. And even if you see overall index, both Nifty, Bank Nifty is only at all-time high, but look at IT for example, or look at broader market, mid and small cap, they are all nowhere closer to all-time high. So I will be very stock specific and sector specific in this market, and specifically on Seagull, I can only tell the last support for this stock is very close to the current market price, and it is at around 230. So keep a stop loss of 230 on closing basis. If this stock closes below 230, it's a clear exit.
Okay, next one we have is from Kaushik Rana. He says, good afternoon Rudra sir, I have a query regarding Polycab. I have these shares in my portfolio at 4,743. What is the outlook on Polycab?
See, this has been one very good stock which has created a lot of wealth to people, and he is holding it at a very lower level of 4,000 change. Now stock is at 7,500. Hold on to this stock, and Polycab is still a good one. Write this stock, it can go towards that 5-digit figure of 10,000 plus. So I will definitely advocate a hold on this stock and continue, make more returns on the stock. When money is pouring in, always keep the bag open.
Okay, Radhe wants to know from you a view on Tata Motors passenger vehicles specifically there. Now we have seen some weakness in the sentiment of late on Tata Motors PV. What's the suggestion that you have? Tata Motors in our exclusive conversation to Business Today Television has said that the company is looking to hike prices to minimize the cost pressures in January now. How would you really look at Tata Motors passenger vehicles particularly?
See, Sakshi, for me, if you want to be into this auto sector, I will either prefer Maruti or M&M, and Tata Motor both for me, whether it is the passenger vehicle or the commercial one. So I don't want to get into this stock at all. So I would definitely advocate a switch towards either even Ashok Leyland for that matter, or look at Maruti or M&M.
Sahil from Bangalore asks the next question to you, Rudra. He wants to know from you any F&O positions that he can take in this new series.
Okay, good blanket question, and I have a lot to discuss, and whatever, I am sure you would have asked me this question later on, but let us take our viewer question and answer what sectors, what stock Rudra is very bullish on. Number one, I am very bullish on metals. Please make note of it very clearly, and I am putting my neck out, metals will do very good. That's my number one pick when it comes to sector. Let me talk all the sectors which I like, and then I will go to stocks into those sector. Second sector which I really like is the PSU Bank, which I have been bullish for a long time now, and even at current market price, any dips you get in PSU Bank, that will look very good to me. Number three, NBFCs look very strong to me as a sector, and lot of choice and options are available even in NBFC. That looks very good. Number four, private sector bank, especially tier 2, tier 3 private sector bank. That is another sector which I am very bullish upon. So just from financials itself, I like private sector bank, especially tier 2, tier 3. I like PSU banks, I like NBFCs. So these are areas broadly from financials only which I am very bullish on. And then I spoke about also specifically very bullish on metals. And for me, the next sector or the fifth sector which I like a lot at current market price, post metals, post NBFCs, post private banks, tier 2, post these stuff, also for me there is a lot of value in OMC. So whenever you see crude oil prices coming down, now this Ukraine-Russia things are getting settled very soon. So if that happens, definitely Brent crude, which is already down, will further come down. I won't be surprised to see crude between that $50 to $55 per barrel, which is very good to India. And OMCs will do very good. So now let me go stock specific into these sectors. In the same order, OMCs, I like stocks like IOC, Second preference is HPCL, and then the third and the last one will be BPCL. So if you see even the last quarter numbers of IOC, it was the best ever quarter, and even the LPG subsidy what IOC is getting month on month for the next 12 months, that also adds a lot to their bottom line. And more important is, beyond all this, their debt is getting reduced, which is very positive. So for me, IOC number one, and then followed by HPCL, and then lastly BPCL. Even on chart, all these three looks very good. All three available in F&O. So OMC's sectors and stocks already discussed. Now let us go to tier 2 private bank. So there I like Federal Bank, and that is one stock which you should not miss from the second tier, third tier kind of private banks. It looks very good. RBL Bank is another stock which I like a lot, but I will avoid Bandhan Bank definitely. So my choice is with RBL Bank and with that of Federal Bank. Even Indus India Bank looks very, very strong to me. So I will prefer Indus India Bank, RBL Bank and Federal Bank from the private bank tier 2, tier 3. If you want to go for the larger private bank, yes, go with Axis Bank followed by ICICI Bank and HDFC Bank. I will avoid Kotak Bank for the news flows whatever you have around, and definitely charts are looking weak for Kotak Bank. So avoid Kotak Bank, but look at number one Axis Bank from larger private bank, followed by HDFC Bank, followed by ICICI Bank and then HDFC Bank. But better than private banks, your larger private banks, I like, as I told you, Indus India Bank, RBL Bank and Federal Bank. Now coming to NBFC, Chola Finance looks the strongest among all the NBFC stocks what you have, followed by Shriram Finance and also followed by L&T Finance. So L&T Finance, Chola Finance, Shriram Finance, all available in F&O. So all the stocks what I am talking from these sectors are definitely available in F&O. And coming back to metals, especially in metals, I like stocks like Hindalco, National Aluminium, and for me even stocks, if you go for Hind Copper is not available for you in F&O, but then these are stocks specifically related to aluminium play, and even metals for that matter looks strong. Either Jindal Steel, JSW Steel, if you want to buy, that looks good, but I'm more bullish on aluminium. That is why I'm picking up Hindalco as well as National Aluminium, available in F&O. So metals. And when it comes to PSU banks, the last sector which I'm very bullish on, so yes, look at stocks like Canara Bank, Bank of Baroda, or stay with the larger PSU bank, that is SBI. And for me, SBI, Canara Bank, Bank of Baroda and even Bank of India looks very, very strong. All these four stocks are again available in futures. So in F&O PSU banks, you want to stay with the larger one, you want lesser volatility, look at SBI, or go for options like Canara Bank, Bank of Baroda and Bank of India, which looks very strong to me. So for me, yes, it will be number one metals, and it will be PSU banks, second tier, third tier private banks, NBFCs and OMCs, which looks very, very strong to me. Too many option, too many sector, too many stocks given to our viewers.
There is no dearth of options when you actually find out as to where should you be investing from, Rudra. There's always a problem of plenty as to where all should you be really looking to invest. So 5 sectors and as many stocks from each is what you've got to know. So about 20-25 stock ideas right in
Sakshi,
that breathless
what is very important, I always say, I don't mind being wrong, but I mind giving two-sided opinion. So if this happens, market will go up. If this does not happen, market will come down, so that anyone can tell. So I am a person who will always put my neck out and say, this is what I feel, and I will call the future well in advance. But then I always want to mention one very important thing to our viewers. Having 90% accuracy also, you can lose money in market. A good trader is one who has 30-40% accuracy, but end of the day he makes money. And if you ask how is it possible, with 90% accuracy also you can lose money if your winning percentage and the amount what you make out of your winnings are too small. And if you lose big, one stock is enough to lose all the series of wins what you would have made from so many other stocks. So the rule is very simple: cut your losses, run your profits, don't do reverse.
Okay, fantastic. So that's the clear tip coming in. 1% up for the markets, 26,163, and there is a clear bull trend that is emerging right now. Let's take a few more questions that are coming in from our viewers. Okay, our next question is from Mr. Hari Krishna. He says, Sakshi, I want to know about IDBI Bank. Can I accumulate at the current levels, and how would you look at the stock's future?
Sakshi, clear answer, yes. And there are rumors that Kotak might be buying a substantial stake with IDBI Bank. So I have even recommended this stock from levels closer to that 95 and now at even current market price of around 102. It is a buy. So definite buy, keep a stop loss of 90 rupees. And I won't be surprised to see it going till 140, 150. You have to give 6 months to 1 year kind of a time frame, and from current market price, that's a 40% kind of a return. So definitely a clear buy on IDBI Bank.
Okay, Praveen Kumar says, sir, what is your view on Sigachi India? 42k levels per liya hua hai. Can I average?
So Sakshi, again, lot of stocks, whatever we are seeing today, especially from our viewers, most of these mid and small cap stocks doesn't look good. But Sigachi again, from levels closer to that 46, 47, one way down to levels closer to now 34. But the price action has been very strong and volumes are there on the upside for this stock when it moved from that levels closer to 30 rupees to levels closer to that 45, 46. So if you are having already this stock, keep a stop loss of 30 rupees and hold on. And if you want to average this stock or buy more of this stock, wait for the downtrend to stop and then buy if it is for the purpose of momentum. But if it is for the purpose of portfolio and investment for long term, yes, you can buy this stock, hold on with a stop loss of 30 rupee, and momentum for this stock will come only after it crosses that 45 zone.
Okay, next one is from Aslam Alvi. He says, I have Nykaa shares at 255. Should I wait more for profits or should I exit?
If you remember, Sakshi, from 180, 190, lot of times I was recommending this stock Nykaa. Yes, from those levels, this stock is now close to 270. So even at current market price, I will say hold on to Nykaa. You might see levels closer to 300, 320 to come soon. And these are stocks to hold, not to exit. So all-time favorite of Rudra, Indigo. So it gave a lot of opportunity for people to re-enter and see where today Indigo is. So if crude oil prices are coming down and now the stock is going closer to that 5,900, 6,000 zone. So yes, for me, Indigo looks also very good. So in the list of sectors and stocks what I spoke, yes, Indigo gave a lot of opportunity to people to enter into. Even today, I recommended Indigo and for my clients. So for me, Indigo is another stock which you should not miss. So I will definitely go into these type of stocks, and I have named the sectors, I have named the stocks, but don't go to mid and small cap yet, because market after it breaks all-time high, you will see more short covering from FIIs, and this 85% short positions by FII has to be covered. So stay with large caps, stay with quality stocks, stay with sectors which are very, very strong and which are outperforming. Avoid laggards. And still it is not time for me to buy IT, for example. Still it is not time for me to buy stocks like, for example, Bandhan Bank, which is very weak on chart, Kotak Bank, very weak on chart. In fact, even Bajaj Twins are not stronger. Insurance is another sector, please avoid, because there is a rumor that 100% FDI might soon come, and these are counters which are very weak. So avoid broader market stocks in general, mid and small cap, avoid some of the sectors which I told and stocks which I told, and stay with only the performer and stay with only the sectors which are outperforming.
Absolutely. Let's take the next one. We just have time for another 2-3 questions now. With this one is from one of our viewers, Abhishek Jha. He says, sir, what is your view on Hero MotoCorp?
30-second answer, buy. I think it was 3 seconds.
Okay, we have another one. Nancy writing in, sir, SDBL के shares 116 के लिए है. यहाँ पर क्या व्यू है और पारस डिफेंस पर आपका क्या व्यू है? पारस डिफेंस as well as SDBL. What would you say on these two shares?
See, first on Paras Defense, hold on with a stop loss of 650. trend is just sideways, and this stock will catch momentum only after crossing that 780-800 zone, which has been a short-term resistance. So now it is range bound. If you want to buy for momentum, wait for it to cross that 780-800 zone. Hold on with a stop loss of 650. What's the other stock?
Som Distilleries, 117 currently.
Okay, so if it comes to Som Distilleries, a good stock, definitely one can hold on to Som Distilleries, and at current market price and on dips to levels closer to 100, it's a buy. So hold on and buy it on every dips to levels closer to 100. Great stock to own in your portfolio.
Okay, Swati Yogeshwar says, I'm a big fan of the channel Business Today. I want to know about M&M Finance. What is the entry level I should look at?
This is another great stock along with L&T Finance, which has performed very well. And if you see, L&T Finance has done much better than M&M Finance, but still this is another stock which has done very good. So if you want to look at entering into this stock fresh, so yes, might be levels on chart if I have to see and give you. On L&T Finance, any dips to levels closer to the 280, 290 will be a very good buy, or even at current market price and on every dips to those levels closer to 280, 290, I will be a buyer in L&T Finance. And when it comes to M&M Finance, yes, again, one way rally you have seen in this stock from levels closer to 305, now this is 350. So I don't want to buy it after such a big move, which has been close to 20% in last 10 trading session. So see now, if you get any dips to levels closer to 340, it will be a good buy, or just give a pass if you have not bought it. And if you are having it, please hold on. So M&M Finance, L&T Finance, hold on to the counter if you have it, or if you want to buy fresh, wait for some correction in these stocks and then buy. And between L&T Finance and M&M Finance, I will prefer L&T Finance.
Okay, all right. Well, on that note, thank you so much then, Rudra, for enlightening all our viewers out with a strategy on the markets, what to expect, where to find out opportunities at. And of course, we are at 26,171. Further up ahead onto the markets, nearing a triple century is what we are looking at. 286 points higher on the Nifty. The going is very strong. Will we again move towards record high levels or probably test it? That's something that we will have to wait and find out. We are still in the midweek. Let's see how things pan out in trade. And of course, we'll wrap it up on that note on daily calls, but do stay tuned. Market coverage continues on the other side.
For 25 glorious years, Business Today Golf has defined the legacy of corporate golfing, where CXOs and champions come together to compete, connect, and celebrate excellence. And legends from sports and business alike have walked these fairways.
Corporate golf is very good, which I feel very happy.
All the best to BT because they've done a great job.
Enjoy the BT golf. It's more of fun, more of enjoyment.
And it's always nice to come to a golf course, you meet so many different people.
As we celebrate over 25 years of legacy, we tee off for a new chapter on November 29th in Hyderabad. For 25 glorious years, Business Today Golf has defined the legacy of corporate